Drake may have faced some criticism recently, but Fat Joe wants everyone to know that the Sixth God is still going strong. Just days after the release of Drake's latest single, What Did I Miss?, discussions about his legacy reignited with intensity. Social media buzzed, critics chimed in, and memes made a comeback. Amidst all this, one voice stood out: Bronx rap icon Fat Joe, who made his views clear on the latest episode of the Joe and Jada Podcast. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. What did I miss went crazy? Fat Joe exclaimed, blending his streetwise confidence with excitement. I love that track. People were acting like it was over for him. I never bought into that. But then he came back with that baby girl, and he's back on his game. Shout out to Drake, the Sixth God. This was a genuine endorsement, free from PR polish or industry politics, just one hip-hop veteran showing respect to another in a culture that often waits too long to give recognition. The timing of Joe's praise was particularly important. In recent months, Drake has faced some of the toughest criticism of his career. Following his lyrical rivalry with Kendrick Lamar, where many fans and insiders deemed Kate out the winner, and the growing narrative that Drake might be losing his cultural relevance, opinions about him have shifted. For the first time in over a decade, his position at the top seemed uncertain. But Fat Joe disagrees. They were acting like it was over, he reiterated to Jadakiss. They forgot, but Drake never really left. And that new track, it reminded them. To Joe, What Did I Miss? Is more than just another song. It's a reminder that despite the backlash, parodies, and doubts, Drake still knows how to make an impact. He can still create tracks that resonate in clubs and during car rides. More importantly, he continues to connect with his fans in the way they fell in love with him years ago. The baby girl mention? That's classic Drake. Whether Joe meant it literally, referring to a smooth female feature or an emotional hook, or metaphorically, as a nod to Drake's blend of confidence and romanticism, the essence remains. The melody, the vibe, the mix of arrogance and vulnerability, that's the formula behind Drake's success. And on What Did I Miss? It's back in full force. What's particularly intriguing about Fat Joe's remarks is the broader narrative they highlight, the notion that rap music and hip-hop culture may be too quick to dismiss its stars. Joe has been in the industry long enough to understand how quickly the spotlight can shift in the music world. He has seen it happen to artists like Ja Rule, 50 Cent, and Nelly, and even experienced it himself at various times. In hip-hop, staying relevant is crucial, and the cost of maintaining that relevance increases each year. A single mistake, a disappointing album, or a viral failure can ignite rumors of an artist's decline. However, Joe isn't buying into those rumors when it comes to Drake. When Joe listens to What Did I Miss?, he doesn't perceive a faded star trying to cling to former success. Instead, he hears a motivated artist recalibrating, reasserting, and regaining control. He's back on that shit, Joe said, with his unmistakable Bronx confidence. And when he says it like that, you can't help but believe him. Joe's endorsement carries weight, not just because he's a rap icon, but because he has witnessed the rise and fall of different eras. He knows what it looks like when a rapper is genuinely finished and when they are simply misunderstood during a phase of reinvention. While What Did I Miss? May not be Drake's most explosive track, that's not its intention. It's more of a gradual reveal, a subtle display of confidence. The song doesn't hit you hard with lyrics, but instead lingers, smooth, sharp, and familiar. It's Drake communicating to the world, I've been quiet, but I've been paying attention. And Fat Joe picked up on every nuance. I never believed that, Joe remarked regarding the rumors of Drake's decline. You don't just lose your talent overnight. You might face setbacks, but true talent doesn't disappear. For fans curious about Drake's mindset after the Kendrick feud, the battles, and the viral moments, What Did I Miss? Provides clarity. He's still in the game. Perhaps quieter and more introspective, but just as formidable. This perspective is beginning to gain traction. In the days following the song's release and Joe's endorsement, discussions began to evolve. Music blogs that initially overlooked the track started to feature it. Social media reactions became more thoughtful, and fans began to listen with fresh ears. Some even suggested the song could be a calm before the storm, hinting that Drake's next full-length project might be on the horizon. Moreover, there's a significant underlying message. Drake no longer feels the need to shout. In 2023 and early 2024, he was vocal and assertive, trying to prove something amid the release of For All the Dogs, the feud with Kendrick, and various viral moments. However, What Did I Miss presents a different side. It's composed, focused, and deliberate. This is the version of Drake that legends like Fat Joe recognize as the most formidable. He's back on that shit, Joe reiterated, emphasizing his point. Jadakiss, always strategic, nodded in agreement. The endorsement serves as a reminder that fans often overlook. Drake still has influential supporters within hip-hop. Fat Joe is a key figure who isn't afraid to speak his mind. If Drake had failed with this record, Joe wouldn't have pretended otherwise. Instead, he publicly expressed his support, which speaks volumes beyond any playlist inclusion. Joe's comments also confront a troubling trend, the glorification of decline. In hip-hop, we sometimes find more enjoyment in downfall stories than in comebacks. There's a strange satisfaction in seeing someone who seems to have it all stumble as if it restores balance. However, Fat Joe rejects that narrative. He has witnessed too many talented artists being torn down for entertainment. He's encouraging fans to reassess and listen more attentively. What Did I Miss isn't merely a song title, it's a cultural inquiry. What did you overlook while laughing at memes? While tallying streams and skipping tracks? While debating battle outcomes but ignoring who is still creating? Regardless of opinions about him, Drake is still in the process of building. Fat Joe recognizes it. He perceives the melody, the writing, the attitude. He sees an artist who remains sharp, adaptable, and connected to both the streets and the broader landscape. That's why his praise carries more weight. It's not just about enjoying a song, it's about affirming that true greatness doesn't vanish after a rough week or even a rough year. It adjusts. It progresses. And if Joe is correct, if Drake truly is back on that grind, then the upcoming chapter could be more formidable than ever. A Drake with something to prove is the one who gave us albums like Take Care, If You're Reading This It's Too Late, and Nothing Was the Same. He's the one who released surprise singles and dominated the summer. That's the Drake Fat Joe sees returning. Now the spotlight is on Drake. Fans are watching closely, critics are observing, but the stage is clear. If What Did I Miss serves as the opening declaration, then whatever follows could be the answer to it all. In a genre where momentum is crucial and legends can fall swiftly, an endorsement from someone like Fat Joe signifies more than just support, it's a caution. Drake isn't finished. He's just getting started again. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the story.